In this lecture, we are going to study about bacteriology portion. As you know, the basic stain in bacteria we study with the gram stain. So we'll start our classification topic from this gram stain only. So as per this gram stain is concerned, we can classify them as gram positive bacteria and gram negative bacteria, gram positive and gram negative. But there are some microorganisms. There are some microorganisms which cannot be seen, not seen on this gram stain. Not seen on this gram stain. So from this basic gram stain, we'll classify all the 40 plus bacteria in this bacteriology unit. So gram positive and gram negative. And there are some microorganisms which are not seen on this gram stain. These gram positive may be spherical or rod shape or mixture of the two. This can be called as gram positive foci, gram positive bacilli. Gram positive foci, gram positive bacilli. And we also have mixture of these two. We have mixture of these two. We call them mixture of gram positive foci and gram positive rod shape bacteria. So what are the examples of this gram positive foci? We have staph, that is staphylococcus. We have micrococcus. We have streptococcus. We have enterococcus and pneumococcus. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the gram positive foci. These are the spherical bacteria. Then we have gram positive bacilli, that is gram positive rods. Here we have at least 4 bacteria. 2 are having spores and 2 do not produce spores. That is Bacillus and Clostridium. These are spore producing gram positive rods. And then without spore, Erysipelatix, and this bacteria does not produce any spore. And number 4 is the true parallel. So we have 4 gram positive bacilli. Then we have some bacteria example which have mixture of foci and mixture of rods. For example, Corynebacteria. Corynebacteria, some have foci structure, some have club shape, and some have rods. They have mixed form. Number 2, Rhodococcus equi. Similarly, they have foci form and some have rods form. And the last one is the Listeria. That is Cocobacillus. So these are the mixture of the two forms. 1, 2, and 3. So these are gram positive bacteria. There is one more category. We call them special gram positive bacteria. Why they are so special? Because these are gram positive, but these are acid fast bacteria. These are acid fast bacteria. The example is mycobacterium. Mycobacterium. We have tuberculosis and paratuberculosis, Jones disease. So our gram-positive portion is over. So in this portion, we have sphere, roll set, and mixture of the two, and we have special gram-positive bacteria, mycobacterium. Then this and gram-negative. This and itself is having three values. A for actinomyces, that is lumpy germ, N for nocardiosis, and D for dermatophilus. Dermatophilus. Then gram-negative bacteria. We classify gram-negative similar to this pattern, means gram-negative sphere, gram-negative bacillus, then mixer, then spacer form. So gram-negative bacteria, gram-negative foci, and gram-negative bacillus, and their mixture. So bacteria of veterinary importance, they do not exist in gram-negative foci form, but we have curved gram-negative bacteria. Instead of gram-negative foci, we have curved gram-negative. Number one, Campylobacter, and number two, Helicobacter, and number three is your now. So these are the curved gram-negative bacteria. Then gram-negative bacilli, that is rod-shaped bacteria, and mixture of BNC plus GNP. We have some bacteria which are the mixture. So here there are some bacteria or microorganisms not seen on gram scale. They are spirochete and MCR. MCR means Mycoplasma, Chlamydia, and Rickets. So we have four examples of these microorganisms. We cannot see them on gram staining under the microscope. So this group gram-negative bacteria. There are examples E. coli, Salmonella, then Yersinia, then Klebsiella, and Enterobacter, Pseudomonas, even Pseudomonas, then Cholera, and Proteus, and last one for Cano. So these are the gram-negative loads. These are gram-negative loads. Then we have mixture of these two. Mixture means they exist as a cocobacilli. Means they have roll-shaped structure, but their ends are like the sphere, rounded, and they look like a capsule. So the example for this is Actinobacillus. Wooden term, Actinobacillus. Then Bordetella, Bartonella, and Pasturella. Histophilus, Hemophilus, Histophilus, Hemophilus, and Moraxella bovis. And the last one is uh, France. So these are the bacteria which have Coccobacillus existence. This Moraxella, it is having either cocci form or in rods form. Some exist in cocci and some exist in rods. So they have mixed form. Then similar to this gram-positive bacteria, here also we have some special gram-negative. And why they are special, we call them delicate gram-negative bacteria because they are more susceptible outside the host cell. They can be easily destroyed. They are known as delicate gram-negative bacteria. So we have three bacteria here. One is Brucella, number two is Moraxella, and number three is the Telorella equigenitanus. So this is the classification of bacteria starting from the gram stain. Some are gram positive, some are gram negative. And there is one category which cannot be seen on gram stain. So gram positive may be rods, may be cocci and mixed. Similarly, gram negative may be curved, rods and mixed. Then we have special gram positive and here we have special gram negative. And this N stand for actinomyces. That is the etiological agent of your lumpy jaw. Then nocardia and dermatophytes. This portion is the gram positive bacteria and this is your gram negative portion. Gram So first we'll discuss about the gram positive bacteria. This portion we'll discuss first about the gram positive cocci, including their test, colony and growth cultures, as well as if there is any zoonotic importance. Here also same we'll discuss about the zoonosis. Here also zoonosis if it is present or in gram negative if there is any zoonotic difference. So their cultural characteristic and their zoonotic importance. First we'll start from gram positive cocci. So starting with first gram stain, gram positive and this gram positive cocci. We have these 5 bacteria and they are kept in one bag. So we'll divide these with the help of two tests. One will be your cat and one will be dog test. This first will apply cat test. First we'll apply the cat. Then we'll apply dog. So we have cat, that is cat, and dog is nothing but cow. Cow means cowgirls. Cowgirls. These are the cat and dog tests. So cat test means catalyst. Out of these 5, some are cat positive and some are cat negative. Some are cat positive and some are negative. So this positive and cat negative. The first two, staph and micrococcus. These two are the cat positive. And the remaining three, staph, enterococcus, and the pneumococcus. These are the cat negative. These are the cat negative. Then we'll apply dog test or place or a dog test. Out of these, some are Fogles positive and some are Fogles negative. Some are Fogles positive. This staph and micrococcus, we can differentiate these two. So we'll write staph and micrococcus. These are Fogles positive, these are Fogles negative. So this dog test or cock test, positive is the staph and negative is the micro. In this side they are cat negative and as well as they are dog negative. Hence all these three are cat and these three are cat and dog negative. Now we have staph and micrococcus. In this staph category, some are pathogenic, some are non-pathogenic. Means some are coughs and some are colds. These are Fogles positive staphylococcus. These are Fogles negative. So all the staphylococci are not Fogles positives. Those which are Fogles positive, they are pathogenic. They are pathogenic. And Fogles negative, they are non-pathogenic. Pathogenic means these will cause diseases in animals. What diseases? For example, sheep and goat. For example, sheep and goat. They causes Morell's disease, which is nothing but abscess disease. Morell's or abscess disease. In case of cattle, contagious mastitis. Contagious mastitis. In case of poultry, these can cause bumble foot. These can cause bumble foot. In case of horses, after castration or gelding, they can cause botryomycosis. Botryomycosis. That is infection post castration or gelding. In case of pigs, they can cause piglet disease, pig disease, or exudative dermatitis. So these are the diseases caused by Fogles positive staphylococcus. So these Fogles correlate with the pathogenicity, means disease causing ability. They are pathogenic and they cause some of these diseases. And those which are Fogles negative, they are non-pathogenic. Mostly they do not cause any disease, but there are some Fogles negative bacteria also isolated from the clinical diseases, like epidermis, Staphylococcus epidermis. So in this way, These 5 gram-positive protein, they are divided into 2 plus 3. These 2 are cat positive, these 3 are cat negative as well as dog negative. Then these 2 we can differentiate from with the help of dog test. They are dog positive is Staphylococcus and dog negative is the Micrococcus. And in staph we have again 2 categories, positive and negative. Positive are pathogenic and they cause following diseases. Then these staph and Micrococcus, we have one more test to differentiate these two, that is glucose oxidation and fermentation test. As the name indicates, staph means F. It causes fermentation of the glucose. Staph is fermentative. And as this O means Micrococcus, micro. So this is oxidative. We call oxidative of the glucose. So this OF test is O and F. Staph, F fermentative, and O oxidative, that is micro. So other than this coagulase test, we can differentiate the two from the OF glucose